Hello from sunny Effingham.
It's a great day in Effingham, Illinois.
What's up, you guys? This is Studio 13X. I'm Trace.
And I'm Cam.
And this is Convos Unplugged.
What you trying to get into today?
I feel like we should get straight into the 30-day challenge stats. I've got a little bit. So basically, we're doing a challenge that we started in our first pod of Convos Unplugged, and we're trying to post on social media every single day. I'm posting on TikTok and YouTube. Cam's been posting on Insta, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, kind of doing it all. I'm trying to focus on TikTok and YouTube for now because it gets a little overwhelming. But when it comes down to it, you can kind of post the same video on all of them. I want to focus on those for now, you know. But it's been 13 days, so I've posted 13 days in a row, as has Cam, and I gained 13 followers on TikTok. I gained 5 subscribers on YouTube and 400 more likes on TikTok. So,
wow.
Yeah.
400 more likes. That's a big number for 13 days.
Right.
I mean,
it could be a whole lot more. Like, I feel like they've been holding back the number, or that shouldn't even be right. Oh, it's likes, not views.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what's displayed on your
Oh, yeah,
TikTok
that's not
page.
bad. 400 likes over 13 videos.
Yeah, that's decent.
Not bad. But what have you noticed from posting every day for yourself?
I think it just helps with consistency. Because I definitely... My bad.
No, you're good.
I definitely was not as consistent as I am right now.
Right.
I'm trying to keep it.
Well, I know. I'm just trying to find the right level for that distance. I need it because mine's been louder than yours. I'm just trying to make them the same.
I got you. But yeah, it's definitely made me consistent in more aspects of my life. And like we said in the last pod, we both noticed significant changes.
I like that you said different aspects of your life. Like, I think you should kind of highlight on that. How has it just made your overall life? Do you mean you got more consistent with your personal life?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So when I say that, I mean like finances, just daily routine, and mental health.
Right.
For sure. I guess the main one being my mental health, because I've tried to focus on that, but just being consistent and knowing exactly what you have to do or what work you have to get done, it makes it almost freeing in a way.
Right, because you don't have that anxiety that I need to get that done. You're getting that done because you're staying consistent.
Exactly.
And I would definitely agree. I feel the same because I've forced myself by the end of the day. Sometimes it'll get to around 10 p.m., but every day I'm like, I gotta post today, and I know it.
Yeah.
And I think
you get that
you're
little
right.
feeling.
Right. And it's correlated. I've been getting my laundry done, my dishes done. I've been keeping my apartment a little cleaner, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's reflected in our work. We've been getting more projects scheduled with artists. Well, the studio's been doing more consistent work, and we've been getting more projects, following through on those projects and having happy customers. So I would say it's reflecting every part of what we're trying to do right now.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be very noticeable soon.
And it's more like, it's about more than just the 13 more followers on TikTok and subscribers.
And the 400 likes. It's not about that. It's about the principle of doing it.
Right. Because we're going to be in people's mind every day. Everyone that views it, you know. So we have the best possible chance of people's attention being on what we're doing. And it's just the beginning of it.
That's
right.
Straight facts.
But I've really liked doing it. I think I could work a lot harder on my videos, but I think it also shows you that. Because just from me posting every day and the numbers aren't doing exactly what I want them to do, it's like, make your videos better then. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's telling you. Whenever you are doing quantity over quality, sometimes they take a fall.
Right.
But I think we've discussed that before as well. Like, if I'm going to post, I might as well post.
because you never know what's good or bad. So, I
yeah,
mean,
your
something
judgment
that's-
is so, it can go both ways.
Exactly. And that's why I think that conversation was one of the reasons I've stuck to it, because I have that in the back of my head now where it's, even if I don't think it's the best video, that might be the one. And I think once we start to get more traction, we won't exactly need to post every day. We need to focus on quality at that point. But right now, we're still kind of figuring out what videos do the best, what people like the most, all that.
Yeah, and it takes time for everything. You can't just decide that you want to do something and see a change overnight.
Right.
No one ever made $1 million in one day.
Yeah.
Well, there's probably people that have. But
right. But
average Joe Schmo.
I mean, they had to work a whole bunch of days to get to the point where they were doing. I mean, $1 million deal is something you discuss with a business for months on end.
Exactly.
You know? So even if you do actually make the quantity of $1 million in a day, you probably put 1 million hours into that deal. Maybe not that much. That's probably excessive. 1 million minutes. I mean, we've got a big project for Still Alive. We're doing a few music videos and mix and mastering a few songs, so be on the lookout for that. We've got our Black Friday sale coming up, November 24th. And you put on Instagram that we're picking 3 random ones, but remember, it's whoever puts the down payment first.
But what if we have 10 people on that day?
It's whoever puts the down payment first.
Alright.
But it's like whoever messages us first. The first 3 people that say, I want to lock in the deal. And I think we should start it at like 9 a.m. on November 24th. Because then we'll be awake. And the very first 3 people to message us and say, I want to lock in on the Black Friday deal, we will give each person 30 minutes to an hour to put the money down. And then if they don't put the money down within 30 minutes to an hour, whoever messages us 4th, 5th, we'll go on
just
from
goes
there.
in order.
Yeah. Because it's not really like a contest, it's just a sale we're doing on a big group of our services.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But I think maybe we could tell them a little of what is included in that deal, such as you get a mix and master on a song, you get the beat produced by us, you get the music video done by us, and 10 to 15 short form content shot and edited by us. And the normal price is $1,090. We're putting it on sale for $590. So to solidify the deal, you would have to put down, what's that, $245?
$245 to lock it in.
So the first 3 people to message us have the chance to put down $245 and lock in that deal, which is crazy for all that you can lock it in for $245. And
yeah, that is quite insane.
Right. But that's why we're limiting it to 3 people, because it's a lot of work and we're giving a good deal. But we want to do something to give back because we think the music scene could be going forward around here, and we really want to be a part of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're already inspiring people to take steps and
I agree.
go out on their own.
Right. And that's all we're really wanting to do with this. We want to sit here and get it on video, us talking about business,
It's inspiring to see like everyone around us being themselves again, finally.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of times where you don't see that.
I mean, I just feel like there's that stage of life that you lose a little bit, or you're figuring it out. And it comes from a place of going back to blank, kind of. So it's you lived your whole life to this point, and then you get so lost because now you're out here by yourself.
Right, you're living life and just going through the motions. You don't find that creativity or that little spark that you need.
It's like the world forces you to figure out who you are as an adult, when whole time you're still the same person. You just have to learn new skills to survive.
That's crazy.
It's
so true.
Because there
That's
really
very true.
is. I mean, recently a period I feel like I went through, and I'm just now starting to find who I am, you know? Who I am as an
Exactly.
adult, who I want to be. All
Yeah,
that.
that takes so much time to figure that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
takes so much time.
I really think meditation is a big part of what's helped because it makes you aware. Like, you just sit there and think, you see what thoughts come across your mind, you give those thoughts more thought, you know? And then I always try to get to a place of where I'm not thinking about anything when I'm meditating. But,
Try to be blank
right.
minded.
And through that focus, I feel like I find out I'm become more aware of my flaws
you
of
see everything.
Right.
All the
And then you can
problems
work
that
on
you
it.
have, you start ranking them in order and
Right.
like, planning how to knock them out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just becomes attainable.
Right.
Once you take a deep breath and think about it,
Mm-hmm.
it's all gonna be good.
Right. And you realize it all is good. Like, honestly, it couldn't get any better for this moment at any given time, you know? The
Mhm.
moment that you're in is...
So true.
I mean, I was thinking about this. I wrote down a poem, actually, and I called it Divine Power. I want to
Read
find
it.
Bro, it's so good. Because it makes sense.
Big truck outside.
Big old trick. I don't know if I wrote it down on this, though, or my other notebook. Oh, lordy. Look at all these notes we got.
Pages and pages and pages.
Black Friday, green
You
sales.
could just give me the sonat. Never mind, he found it.
Divine Power. God is the energy that blessed me with the opportunity to exist here. Neither he nor she, but an us and a we. Glory to God. To put it into simpler terms, we are the only planet known to our species that is capable to home organisms. Also, think of how many other sperms were in your daddy's balls. In math terms,
What the hell?
listen. In math terms, putting things to the power of something results in exponential numbers, limitless numbers, just like the chances of you being here, hence the divine power. God is the energy that blessed me with the opportunity to exist here, the divine power.
What was up with the fuck?
You couldn't get over the damn sperm one. It all makes sense because what I'm saying is whenever you put something to the power of something,
Mm-hmm.
it's
It's
exponential.
exponential.
So, and the way I would best describe acts of God would be divine. You know, it's a divine power. So it's literally the chances of us being here right now talking to each other in Effingham, Illinois, in our studio. Think of how many divine power of exponentials that is. So it's like, in greater terms,
Yeah, we
God,
gotta be.
that's
Gotta
the
be
energy.
living in a video game or something.
something. It's,
This is just Multiverse 1.
I'm ready to go to 2.
I'm not. I don't know how to even respond to that.
I felt like it made sense.
But imagine that we are just in a video game type reality.
Yeah.
And you just go boop, reboot. Do you think we reincarnate?
Yeah.
I would say to some extent.
I think our soul is separate from the physical world, and it lives in a plane that reincarnates.
Yeah, perfectly said. Perfectly said.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I be feeling like, you know, you get it's kind of like deja vu, but deja vu is a more common way to say it.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'll just feel like I knew
Mhm.
what to do without even ever going through it myself. So
There was this guy, he was talking about like what kind of interface reality it's like a interface reality concept. So you know how you look at your phone and it has an interface like iOS 17?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what we're seeing, but something is like put us here or is controlling us.
Right.
Like, but he also pertained it back to like actual shit that controls us, like the media, our food,
Yeah.
our taxes, like the government and shit.
Right.
So it made sense, but
Yeah, I don't think. It feels like it's more than a game.
oh yeah, because there's no way you in a game you'd have a set way of thinking, I believe.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
whoever really knows.
yeah.
But if someone asked me to answer it, in my opinion, I'd say we aren't. But who knows?
That poem was really good.
I feel like you didn't like it.
Dude, you just cracked me up with that one line.
But
It makes sense.
right, and that's why I put that in there, because I love a little, like, out of nowhere funny shit,
That shit had me dying.
I feel like that'll be a good clip. But did you have some stuff you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, we can talk about. Let's talk about this class that I've been taking. So I've been taking this class on screenwriting from Cambridge University. And sorry, the registration date is over, and I think I missed some of the due dates. Not even gonna lie.
Damn.
But I still have access to the information. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So a lot of our work is missing a lot of like story elements, which is fine because it's unique and it's ours and we love it, and we produced it for a reason with meaning behind it. But there's some aspects that we could take from what I learned and increase the meaning behind what we're trying to display on the screen.
Right. And become more clear.
Right.
I think that's the biggest thing, is our message gets lost because we don't focus on this type of stuff.
Yes, it's very simple to miss these things because these things are simple.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it made me think of junior high literature class. Like, I don't know why, but just the way that they were explaining it and the way that they broke it down just made perfect sense. But basically some of our videos are missing the element of story, which can be displayed in many ways. We've done well. I mean, we've improved over the past couple months.
But I think it's a whole nother thing to focus on that, because we've done well, but we haven't even thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, we've kind of naturally had a little bit that worked in that case. But I think we could get a whole lot better, and I think we could plan for it more. And
I agree. I'm trying to think of a great
analogy
video to relate this to. Like, what's a good music video that tells a perfect story?
Ooh. I'm thinking of NLE Choppa's new movie that he put out, because they have a really good storyline in it. I liked it a lot.
Did you watch it on Netflix?
It's on YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
It's with NLE and Kai Cenat.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'll have to check that out. But we could definitely do a lot of this. There's a lot of things that you can do to storyline, and you can take aspects from what I learned and implement them in your TikToks and YouTube and whatever you got going on too.
Right.
Because it will definitely help us.
Yeah.
Storylining is the motivational framework for a single character. So think about Woody in Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
He has his own journey. Buzz has his own journey, but they all play an important part in the story. So I think that as soon as you get past the characters, it goes right into plot. So every character has a story, but they all develop the plot. Every character has a story, but they all develop the plot. So with that being said, the plot also dictates a lot within the story.
Right.
Because if the plot is someone dies right off the bat and then they're fighting the whole movie, that's going to be different than like a love story plot.
Right.
Or a romance, I guess it would be. And then there's like different story types that go along with that. So that all ties into one thing: story. The characters all have their own story that align with the plot.
Right. And I think that just makes me think about, you kind of just have to give each role a whole backstory, like they do in the movies. You know, that's what they do. They tell the actor, listen, this is how you came up, this is why you do this. So it's just thinking about that. And I think that part gets lost a lot nowadays because content is getting shorter and shorter. People are getting short attention spans. So it's like, how do we tell you about this character? How do we give them a backstory?
If
It's
they
kind of
won't
like,
pay attention for 5 minutes.
right.
Yeah.
You almost have to make the character so exuberant that it's noticed.
It's almost understood.
Exactly.
Mhm.
You're like, okay, that character acts like that because of his past, you know?
Mm-hmm.
In one way or another, whether it be good, bad, love, hate.
Yeah, the way the professor put it, the easiest way to do it is just find 20 descriptive words on that character and then build off of those 20 descriptive words.
I love that.
Because me and you would have some of the same descriptive words. Like, we're both creators. We're both hard workers. Like, just many traits that align. And
But that's us personally. Whenever we're making content, we almost have to become a different character, you know? We can't, I mean, we're ourselves in this podcast. We're ourselves. It's not like we're going to stop being ourselves altogether. But I think it would be super cool to implement characters. Kind of like we did with the not nice guys, Jeb and...
dude, that video is hilarious.
That's a perfect example of, it's almost implied. They grew up in the country and, you know, it was just like the typical...
You could catch the vibe off the rip.
I think we need to do more of that. We need to bring those characters back.
I agree. I'm down to try that out. It's kind of out of my element, but I'd do it.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Screw it. Let's do it. Alright.
But did that... I know I just kind of rambled there. Did that make sense to you?
Yeah. That made a lot of sense.
Okay.
I think it's
hope
just
so.
going to come from practicing it whenever we do it.
Yeah, putting it into motion is definitely going to help. I saw this thing, there's like tiers of retaining knowledge. You retain like 10% knowledge if you view something, if you just see it. There's like 20 to 30 if you read it, 30 to 40 if you recite it, and then the highest one is if you teach it. So if you're teaching something, you're going to retain 90+% of the knowledge.
Right.
But I think that plays into exactly what you just said, is us just implementing it and getting to it.
And then it will get to the point where we're teaching it. And that's when we really gonna have it down, you know? Because that's what we do. We make our how to do this videos. We do our podcasts. We try to help as much as we can. Maybe it comes from a place where we know if we make a video about it, we're going to retain that information real well.
Exactly.
And that
yeah,
makes
that's
perfect
so true.
sense.
Yeah, we honestly, this has helped me just with my mental well-being.
Right. Just
Trying
seeing
to
how we
think
talk.
and articulate and seeing myself talk on camera,
Mhm.
it helps a lot.
It really does. We advise each one of you to start a podcast. And if you don't have the equipment to do it, we will run the equipment for you. And we will bring it to you. We've got multiple mics. We know how to edit the audio, edit the video, put the video and the audio together,
Mm-hmm.
color
Mhm.
grade, all
Mhm.
that good stuff. We're going to make you look and sound good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm about ready to make that chicken.
All right, brother.
You guys watched the 4th episode of Convos Unplugged.
This is Studio 13X. We're a recording studio in Effingham, Illinois. If you have any questions for us, hit us up on social media at Studio 13X.
I'm Chase,
I'm Cam.
and we love you.
See you next week. Beep.
God damn.
Oh, shit.